So in this example, I'm going to say Mary's old-fashioned. She hates computers, doesn't even own one. She wants to sign pen and paper. No problem, we can accommodate that. So what we do is we would actually proceed with printing the actual packet. We would have Mary come down and she would sign pen and paper, and then we would place our counter signature pen and paper. Only once everybody has actually signed the pen and paper copy would we access our packets and click Sign Documents and choose OFSA, which again stands for On File Signature Authorization. When I hit Sign, it's going to ask, are you sure you have already collected signatures on all the required documents? And if so, you'll click Sign. And it's going to say, are you really sure, though, that you've collected all those signatures? And if so, you're going to click Yes. Now with OFSA, because the signatures were already previously collected prior to placing this seal on your documents or going through the OFSA process, it's going to go ahead and sign in bulk for resident and management in one, immediately giving you your green check boxes if you are the eDoc signer for your community. The reason why it does this is that the OFSA is not a true signature. It's a seal. It's basically saying that signatures were collected and there's no need for electronic signatures. So when I click OK, because I am an eDoc signer, I can see OFSA seal has been applied for and I have a green checkbox. Now, if I am not an eDoc signer, it would still allow me to place the OFSA seal, but it would be considered a partial seal. You would know because it would say OFSA seal and it would still have a red X. If you ever see a red X out beside anything that says OFSA seal under notes, that is your indication whoever placed it was not an eDoc signer, and either they would need to reach out to their super user for that right, or they would need to allow their eDoc signer to click Sign Documents and finish the seal. So the rest of these are just like what we did before. Now, in this example, these were signed via pen and paper. And because this is not a full signature, I don't have any record of seeing that signature unless I create a paper file folder. We don't want to do that. So every single packet that we create always has what we call a PDF leases placeholder. It's never set to required because we never know when someone is going to choose to sign pen and paper over DocuSign. But it's there for you for anything that was signed in this packet, pen and paper, so you have an electronic storage space to store it, so you do not have to create that paper file folder. So you would scan that whole copy in as one document, hit More, Attach Document, make sure to click the Finalize button, and upload that signed pen and paper lease. That way, whenever anybody in your corporate office does a file audit check, they can come to Mary, open up her renewal packet, see that she signed pen and paper, and actually view that pen and paper signature because you stored it in the PDF leases placeholder. Now we can see we have no red X's left inside this packet, which means we're in completed packet status. But that day counter, guys, is still counting against us, even in completed packet status. It will only stop once we renewed her in one site. Completing your packet does not complete your renewals. It will never complete your renewals. You still have to go through your actual renewals wizard and complete that manually. So we can see down below our documents now have a green checkbox, and our next button has become enabled. So we can take care of anything in the center that is required now at this point. And hit Next. That will take us to our scheduled billing, which is a good way to overview what we're about to finalize, though you should have already double-checked your documents before sending them. We're going to go to Summary, which we can print or email for our residents. And when we click Finish, this is going to complete the entire process, which stops that day counter from counting against us, threatening to wipe out everything that we've done, and renew this person, which closes your packet. So we can see if we refresh under lease renewal, we're not going to find Mary under pending. We're not going to find Mary under completed. We are going to find Mary in our filing cabinet under closed, which is where we want all of our packets to go. So if I go to the very back of this filing cabinet, there's Mary. She was closed because she was renewed.